Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah, Koholim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kahakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water toward the Akim and Ahwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Hanan Nawah, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. Have the copyright disclaimer up under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I just want to do a quick little video on this video that I seen of these Edomites fussing about immigrants doing better than them. So it says MAGA couple angry that immigrant who work hard and earn their own money has an expensive Lexus when they don't. So let's just jump straight to the video, man. And it's really, what the problem is with Esau, and this is not a skin color thing, because this guy, he might actually be an Israelite. This woman in the video just might be Israelites, you know what I'm saying? But the people have been fooled in this world into this color scheme, that Esau has pushed throughout the world. And when we say Esau, we're talking about the so-called white man. When we say so-called white, because they're actually pinkish to reddish in color. But that doesn't mean that they're necessarily an Edomite every single time, because there are Israelites that look like that. There's dark-skinned Edomites. It's so-called black people that think that they're so-called black just because of their color. And they are actually Edomites, because we go by the biblical scale. We go by the biblical setup that the Lord set, because there are biblical nationalities, not Americans, not Russians, not Germans, not, so on and so forth. Those names are not in the Bible. It's not scriptural. The Lord created nations. He gave all those nations a spirit. He gave all of them a name. And those people are still here on the planet today, even though Esau has changed a lot of their names up. But guess what? The Lord is the Father of spirits, and He knows the spirit. And He's going to, separate the sheep from the goat, roughly paraphrasing. But let's just get this video real quick, right? This is Susie Rizzio, her official X account, formerly known as Twitter. It says, so this mega couple is upset that an immigrant that lives in their neighborhood drives $100,000 Lexus, which I don't get that shit. I mean, if you living around people like this right here, you shouldn't have a car that expensive. You should be saving that money to get the fuck on away from their asses. The man is a U.S. citizen and is actually a physician. After going through years of schooling, from the looks of these two, I doubt if they finish school, period. Jealous. Yeah, and that's what, overall, what it is. Esau wants that birthright back. He wants the blessing back, and they're fussing and fighting because there was a time period when Esau had it good. Now they're falling off. You know what I'm saying? There was a time when, these Edomites, man, was eating, man. They still eating to a certain extent, but they're not eating like how they used to. But Esau, has had the fatness of the earth, and he's been eating. So let's play the video.
And spanking new Lexus SUV. How is that possible? Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it. Here's this guy right here. This brand new Lexus.
There he is,
right there. Right there. That guy right there. That's a Haitian guy. Yeah, that's an immigrant.
That's an immigrant with a $100,000 Lexus.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is so funny, because you can see, because she's sitting there looking like she might just do dope all day. You can see the bags under her fucking eyes. He don't look like he out here I worked all my life. Okay, well, and see, that's the thing though, because see, they always say, Jake, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and get out here and get busy, get working. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no excuses. Then when Jake does that, and Jake comes up, here comes Esau to tear the shit down because he's jealous. Same thing that happened with, you know what I'm saying, like the Tulsa, Oklahoma hookup, all them different cities. It was, from my understanding, like 200 or so cities that Esau fucked up. You got Jake cities that are underwater. under lakes. Motherfuckers out here jet skiing on Esau's. They out here jet skiing on Jake's neighborhoods right now. Some of these places that you think are actually lakes, they're man-made lakes that Esau flooded those neighborhoods, turned into lakes. In the cities, if you dive down, matter of fact, you can't even really dive into them lakes because you'll fuck around and crack your head on a chimney or something, or a roof, or some types of brick or something. You know what I'm saying? Because those neighborhoods are still visible to a certain depth, in those lakes, man. So this is what he done. Well, let's go into the scriptures real quick. I don't want to keep this long. It was just something I seen. I just found this shit to just be so fucking hilarious, man. Because he's such a loser, man. He's a loser. Let's go into the blessings. Genesis, what is that, 27? I think it is. Yeah, he crying for a damn blessing, man. And the Lord gave you a blessing, man. Just live with it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Your shit is brought up, though. He didn't say that this was going to be for eternity and for forever and forever and ever. Shit, he said this is going to be forever, ever. Come on, bro. Shit, he gave you a time period as to when that shit was going to stop, bro. It's almost like having to turn in a rental car. You got to turn that shit back in, bro. Where at? Yep, let's start right. Let me see. Whew. Yeah, that exceeding bitter cry. Let me start at verse 34. Let me see. One more. Let me see. Let me start at verse 33. You know what? Let me get a little more. Let's just get it good. Get it good. Okay, so now if you're familiar with this story, our forefather Isaac, he was pretty much, he knew that his time was coming, for his deathbed, so to speak. His eyes were dim. He was, pretty much partially blind. Our foremother heard Rebecca tell Esau to go out and hunt for his favorite venison or his favorite food, because he was a cunning hunter. That's how we know who Esau is too. That's another attribute of who he is. But our foremother Rebecca heard that, and she told Jacob, basically, our forefather, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are Israelites. Our forefather is Jacob. His name was changed to Israel, or Yasharallah in the Hebrew tongue. He had 12 sons and became the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel, and we're all from one of those tribes. But our foremother Rebecca heard our forefather Isaac telling Esau to go out and hunt, make this meal, I'm going to give you your blessing when you come back. And so Rebecca heard it, told Jacob, and Jacob she basically told Jacob to go in and pretty much, fool our forefather in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But it was all prophetic anyway. It was going to happen regardless. But he went in, acted as if he was Esau, and Esau was hairy. So he ended up putting on some goat hair or goat fur, to that extent. Because his arm, Esau's arms and shit was real hairy. So you go through the story, like I said again, he goes in, he got the food, because Rebecca done already made the food. And, our forefather was like, well, basically, how did you do it so quick? How did you, and he was basically like, well, the Lord blessed me with a kill, roughly paraphrasing. He's there with the food. And he was like, well, basically, you sound like, Jacob, but, of course you feel like Esau because of the goat hair that he had on him. That's how hairy that nigga was. Anyway, so going through that story, Jacob is there to get this blessing, man. He already got the birthright. Now he's there to get this blessing. And again, this is all prophetic. Okay? So let's see. This is what it's all about. And it's entitled The Stolen Blessing. So I'll just start from verse 30. I'm going to read it in the New Living Translation. As soon as Isaac had finished blessing Jacob, and almost before Jacob had left his father, Esau returned from his hunt. So our forefather then ate and everything and blessed our forefather Jacob. Esau prepared a delicious meal and brought it to his father. Then he said, sit up, my father, and eat my wild game, so you can give me your blessing. But Isaac asked him, who are you? Esau replied, it's your son, your firstborn son, Esau. Isaac began to tremble uncontrollably and said, then who just served me wild game? I have already eaten it, and I blessed him just before you came, and yes, that blessing must stand. See? So he couldn't take the blessing back. When Esau heard his father's word, he let out a loud and bitter cry. That's what these Edomites is doing in this video. They crying, man. You know, oh my father, what about me? Bless me too, he begged. But Isaac said, your brother was here and tricked me. He has taken away your blessing. Esau exclaimed, no wonder his name is Jacob, for now he has cheated me twice. First he took my rights as the firstborn. No, you sold your rights as the firstborn. And that's Esau too. You know, he no accountability, man. And now he has stolen my blessing. Oh, haven't you saved even one blessing for me? This nigga crying, man. Isaac said to Esau, I have made Jacob your master. See that? And this is what's coming in the future. And they have no idea, man. The elite, they know. They trying to change up the prophecy, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. But we're their masters, man. Isaac said to Esau, I have made Jacob your master and have declared that all his brothers will be his servants. I have guaranteed him an abundance of grain and wine. What is left for me to give you, my son? Esau pleaded, but do you have only one blessing, O my father? Bless me too. Then Esau broke down and wept. Nigga crying, man. Finally, his father Isaac said unto him, you will live away from the richness of the earth. And that's what they've been doing ever since. And that time period is almost up. You will live away from the richness of the earth and away from the dew of the heaven above. You will live by your sword. That weapon, man. This all he been doing, terrorizing the entire planet, man. You will live by your sword. You will serve your brother. But when you decide to break free, you will shake his yoke from off your neck. Now, this has happened before, but this will happen again, and it's going to be permanent this time, man. So, you know, just seeing this video. Let's go back to the video again, because I find this shit to be hilarious, bro. This is funny shit right here. Let me see, was it another one? It says, is this how all MAGA thinks? It's clear now why it's so easy for Trump to convince his MAGA Yeah, exactly. This is how he's able to convince them. And then guess what? He gets in the office and you still don't have shit. He just fooled you for your vote. It says, it's clear now why it's so easy for Trump to convince his MAGA followers that immigrants are the problem. They obviously aren't capable of higher thought processes. According to the person who shared the video on X, the SUV driver the couple labeled as immigrant is actually a U.S. citizen and a physician who went through years of schooling to get where he is. Meanwhile, the MAGA couple look like they didn't even finish high school. This perfectly sums up a large section of the MAGA base, wrote one person on X. The resentment of people of color and successful individuals stems from underlying ignorance and jealousy. And that's exactly what it is, man. The attitude displayed by the couple is sheer entitlement. Yep. Both seem to think they are owed the nice things their neighbor has, simply because their families might have lived in the United States longer. Ask yourself, what would these people say to a poor person asking for a free handout? They'd most likely tell them to work hard and get it themselves. That's the mindset of most MAGA. Well, the Lexus driver has obviously worked hard, and now he's reaping the rewards. Hopefully, he can keep making money and move far away from these bigoted neighbors as soon as possible. That's what I said. You got that money. Ain't no way I'd have spent that kind of money around these motherfuckers. I'd have, nice little 10 grand car would have been all right for me until I got the fuck away from these. I'm building to get the fuck away from you, right? So let's just get the video right back out. Let's get it right out of the horse's mouth, man. This is Esau in a nutshell right here. Because again, like I said, Esau is winning. We just read the scriptures. He will be blessed with the fatness of the earth. He has the fatness of the earth. It's just that it's not working in his favor like that. Why? Because you got other greedy ass Edomites, his own people that have hoarded up all the wealth, and they're not sharing. They're not sharing with the common Edomite. You had Trump come in there campaigning on how America's going to be great. You're going to get all these jobs. Very first thing he comes in there to do, he tears up the economy. Got you thinking that these tariffs are bringing in trillions of dollars. He's not. Matter of fact, been fronting like he gonna give you a cut. Yeah, we gonna give the American people $2,000. We're gonna look. These tariffs is tearing these people. The tourism is down. People on the top part of the map, the Canadians are not coming here. And nobody's coming here for that matter. Tourism way down. Billions of dollars going to tourism. People want to come here, man, and check this place out, man. There's plenty of beautiful places in America. You know what I'm saying, that you can go and vacation to. That a lot of immigrants would normally come here because everybody is not poor, man. It's people from other countries that will come here and spend all kinds of money. But they don't want to come here now because you done fucked up the immigration system. People scared that if they come here, they're gonna get locked into a facility. They don't have no trust in you as is. They're seeing all over the news what your ICE agents are doing. So that's all done away with. So he fooled you so-called white people into believing that you were just gonna be doing so much better. And actually shit done got worse for you. It's a lot of complaints right now from these Edomites that voted for Trump, especially amongst these farmers, man. A lot of these farmers done lost their farms, going bankrupt. They're committing suicide. A lot of businesses have tanked. I can't tell you how many for sale signs I see when I be going to the plantation. Because I work in a Edomite neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, and things are pretty nice. But what I've been seeing as of late, house after house after house with a fucking for sale sign in front of it. And they're not the biggest houses like that. They're not like super duper houses, you know what I'm saying? I know it's, it's a nice neighborhood. But these people, they got to sell their shit and get the fuck on, man. And try and find somewhere cheaper. But let me get this video back again so we can see the look on the Edomite's face, man. Hey, look, this is the perfect picture, you brothers and sisters, of your new slaves, man.
And spanking new Lexus SUV. How is that possible? Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it. This is this guy right here, this brand new Lexus.
Now look at her.
There he is, right here.
I want to point in on her. Look at her. Yo, typical. You think she at least y'all got a house, because from the looks of her, you think they living in trailers. Look at her. She ain't doing nothing all day.
Right there. That guy right there. That's a Haitian guy.
Yeah, that's an immigrant.
That's an immigrant with $100,000 Lexus.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't make this shit up. And I went into the comment boards, man. People are in there clowning they asses, man. Clowning them, man. Some people that's even MAGA even agreeing that, you know what I'm saying, it's jealousy. Anyway, man, but hey, this is the beauty of the time period that we're in, man, because Esau, he really has had it, man. You can't say that the Lord didn't give y'all a go, man. He gave y'all a nice fucking run. Nice run, bro. And y'all still got it, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it's only a matter of time, man, before this shit is just all snatched away from. And matter of fact, the very shit that you fussing about is going to be burned in thermonuclear fire, man. Them elements burning in fervent heat. Let me see. You can end up with that, man. Everything that they complaining about. Your ass, too. It goes right along with it if you alive. Or right along with the badass kids of yours. Let's see here. What's that? Is it 1 Peter or 2 Peter? Yeah, Lord, get them. Be praying for these kinds of tokens, man. 2 Peter. I don't know. I might be wrong. Yeah, get them, Lord, though. I say get them. I'm still not going to it. They struggling. Here you go. Oh, where's that down? Where's that at? It's like him. Put in the wrong thing. So like it was 2 Peter 3:10. A new heaven and earth is the title. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements, that damn Lexus, that fucking house they talking about. I mean, that damn Lexus they talking about, them houses that neighborhood, all that. I worked hard for this. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. So you ain't gonna have to worry about that damn Lexus. They ass is gonna get smoked right along with your ass. But I just found it to be interesting that they sitting here bitching over something like this. But we've always known Esau like this. Has always been Esau. He's always been a damn crybaby, man, crying and weeping over some shit. Just feeling like he's entitled. Like, oh, well, what about me? Just because I'm white, I should have it. How dare him have $100,000 Lexus? I gotta play this shit back again. One more time, y'all. Salakia.
Brand spanking new Lexus SUV. How is that possible? Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it.
Oh, yeah, no. Here's this guy right here in his brand new Lexus.
There he is,
There he
right
is, right there. That guy right there, that's a
Look at
Haitian
that
guy.
vehicle.
Yeah, that's an immigrant. That's an immigrant with $100,000 Lexus.
Yeah.
Oh, man. With that, Shalom, man.